How's it, guys? These are our new moisture detectors. The guy that's going to go out and do the detection, please come and collect one of these. It's your gift for doing the job correctly. On the top is where it senses the humidity and the temperature. At the back is where it senses the moisture. What it does is it sends an electromagnetic field through the wall, and it completes the circuit so that the more moisture there is, the higher the reading. Now we've got, Colin, can you just check? You see we've got this pretty little water feature over here, and I know that we never ever waterproofed the back here, so it's a perfect example because it's completely saturated with water down there. So the secret with a moisture detector is, now it's kind of dry over here, so if I put the moisture detector over there, I've got a 23% reading. Now you'll notice that there's 56% humidity. I don't know how clearly you can show the 56% humidity. And then on the left hand side it's 26 degrees Celsius. So what you'll see is that if I was in Durban, okay, you can zoom out again. If I was in Durban, which is the same climate as Florida in the States, it would be really humid. But in Johannesburg, currently now with all the rain, we've had about 56. But it can go up into the 70s. Mozzie's just bit me. So it's so important that you know the humidity in the bathroom or the environment, and you get a control. So I know that all the walls in this premises, if I use the dry wall setting, you don't have to worry about the setting, because if you look here and come closer, you'll see that I've got drywall, but if I scroll up, it's hardwood, and if I go to softwood and masonry, it shows at about 32%. So it's probably better to use the masonry setting. Now watch, now you can reverse out a little bit and stand a bit back, but still make sure that you get the 30%. And as I drop down lower, you'll see that the moisture increases as I get lower. 30, 32, 35, 30, 40. Look at that. 70, 78%, 100% moisture. And as I get higher again, the moisture is getting less. So if we were to say that in this building on the masonry setting, 30% is average. And what I've noticed is that if I'm in my own bathroom at home and I've got moisture on the walls after I've showered, it's not an honest test. So let's go through to our staff kitchen, because I know that the staff kitchen has got a really dry wall, and I know that there's no pipes or anything in here. If we look at the staff kitchen wall, we're getting a 32% moisture content in this wall. So what we're doing is you're trying to have a control. So on the first, it is the 1st of February today. Yes. So on the 1st of February, 2022, at this altitude, with this moisture content, let's mark net a video. At this altitude, you can make it.
No, I want to know if your vehicle needs diesel. There's a little bit left.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We buy our own diesel and fill up here, and because of the price, but that's not what this video is about. So at this altitude in Johannesburg, which is about 1,700 meters above sea level, with the moisture of 56%, on this date, the control is 30, 27, 26, 25, 26%. So it's a little bit drier than the 30% that I was getting in the boardroom, in the training room. So as long as you've got a control, then you've got a comparison to say, you know, since I've come into your life, Mr. or Mrs. Client, and since what I've done is your wall is drying up. Also, you can see capillary action allows moisture to rise never higher than 1.2 meters, unless you've got table mountain behind you, you've got a retaining wall, and you've got waterproofing, and you've got this heavy water pushing down into another wall, and the pressure can actually push that water up. I've seen it as high as 3 meters high in places like Vredehuk and Tamboerskloof and all over the country and other places. But in the Highveld or on a flat area, or even you could be in a place next to a mountain, but if you're not butted up against the mountain, then most of the time you're not going to have water rising more than about 1.2 to 1.5 meters max. And a lot of the time, I'll look at a wall and I know the parapet is leaking water in, and rising damp is letting water come from the bottom, and the middle section is normally dry. And a lot of the time, you can't see that it's wet. For leak detecting and assessing houses and tracing water in the walls where your eyes can't see, this thing's awesome. You don't want the one with the prongs, because like granite like this, the prongs can't penetrate through, and not masonry, ceramic tiles, the prongs can only go into the grouting. So it's such a simple little device, and it's so powerful. So there you go.